What? What? Oh, hi. Hi. I'm going live. Why not? The first thing I thought, before I decided to go live was, whew, what a beautiful day. Let me see. Let me see if I can reverse this camera. Look at that sky. It's a beautiful day. There's a car coming up behind me. I hope it doesn't run me over. Okay, it didn't run me over, so I live to continue this live video and show you all this gorgeous view of the skies in Central Florida. Now we have no mountains here. It's very flat, so you see the entirety of the sky. I remember when I first came here, which was a long time ago, and when I moved here in 1984 with my wife at the time, Cindy, and I remember looking out the bedroom window and seeing this big Florida sky and thinking, man, that's the biggest sky I ever saw. And it's so beautiful. You see all the blue of the sky, the puffiness of the clouds. I mean, you see all of that. And you see the helicopters flying over because, where'd it go? It's behind those trees. You tell me if you see it. Tell me if you see it. You didn't see it, right? But, because not only do we have a big blue sky here in Central Florida, but we also have helicopter rides for the tourists. Not far from here. Now, so I'm out for a bike ride. One of my neighbors here has banana trees in front of his house. They look a little withered. But those are banana trees, people. Here. These are banana trees, okay? You can grow those in the semi-tropical environment of Orlando. You can't grow those in Michigan or wherever the heck you might find yourself up north. I don't know what you grow up there, but you don't grow banana trees, and that's for darn sure. Or palm trees either, I was born and raised in North Carolina. Just the accent, right? I mean, I don't have an accent, but people tell me I do. That's because these people are, biased against North Carolinians and Southern people in general. And these people are to be despised. I mean, they are to be hated. They are to be treated like, rubble and stepped upon. Nah, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. I mean, if you're prejudiced, the heck with you. Don't be prejudiced about anything, people. Not nothing. I mean, they're beating us over the heads with it, these days. Don't be prejudiced. Everybody's prejudiced. Skin color, ethnicity, whatever it is. Religion. There's a lot of prejudiced people out there, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they just, they hate everybody. I just heard screaming people. I'm only a few blocks from SeaWorld, okay? A few blocks. Once in a while I hear people, hear the roller coaster. They have giant roller coasters at SeaWorld. Now, as I said, we're like right behind SeaWorld, so it's pretty close. Once in a while we hear people going up, on the roller coaster. They go up to the top, and they're cool, and then they go down. They go, ah! And you can hear them screaming for blocks away. Which I do, and which I just did. So, there's a car coming. It might be the owners of the house where I live in. Yep, it's them. And that's them in the white SUV there. Yeah, I live in a house nearby with a few other people. And that's a lot better. It's a lot better to live with people you love and care for, and they care and love for me. And at least I think they do. They act like they do. As opposed to, living in a ditch or whatever. I've known people who lived in ditches. One thing leads to another, people. I can't help it, I'm just stream of consciousness. When I lived in Chula Vista, as Irene will attest, when I lived in Chula Vista, there are people there who live under bridges. They live in ditches. I mean, they live in gutters. along the side of the road. And, you know, these are people who have nothing. I don't know why they have nothing. I never really understood that because, okay, I'm going to get in trouble here. I'm going to be politically incorrect, and I really don't care because better to tell the truth than to lie, just to be popular, right? But come on, man. If you're living in a gutter somewhere, there has to be an alternative. Has to be an alternative. I don't know what your problem is, but some of the people I've met seem eloquent. I've talked to these homeless people, and I don't know why they don't, you know, they don't have a life, they don't have a job. Now, I do understand people go through difficult circumstances in life. That's right, I do understand this. Now, I've been through difficult circumstances myself. I've been through some hard times. But I never gave up and just lived in a ditch. Now, if you gave up, I'm sorry for you. Don't give up. Get back up. Stand up and pick yourself up. Get help. Or just plain start over. You can do it, man. You can do it. Okay, I just lost half of my viewers. Well, that's okay. That's okay. You know, I don't want everybody to love me. I want some people to love me. I mean, that's nice. You see how out of breath I am? Let me tell you, I'm out of breath because I haven't been exercising in a long time. Whew, huff, huff, puff, huff, puff. Greg Turner, thank you for watching, my friend. You know, out of breath. I'm 66 years old. Let's harp on that for a little while because in 4 months, I'll be 67 years old. Now, that's okay with me. I don't mind. Don't mind a bit as long as I'm still alive. Because it's the alternative to being alive is, well, you know what the alternative is, right? So we don't let that. Uh-oh, there goes that helicopter again. I'm going to stop again. Woo! You're seeing this live, folks. The helicopter's so far behind, I still can't get a picture of that darn helicopter. We'll try again when it circles around and comes back this way, right? Okay, there's other people walking by up ahead. Let's get past them, okay? Here we go. How y'all doing? Happy Sunday. There they go. There's somebody else come up in front of me, too. Yep, there he goes. Good grief. Don't these people know that these sidewalks are for me and no one else? Nope, I guess not, because here comes one more. There he goes, there he goes. These people don't know these sidewalks were invented just for me. And I hear the helicopter going over. This is a continuous stream of consciousness, an ongoing thing, man. It's like, it's the drama of my life. Helicopters, people on bicycles, people walking by. Over there's a guy walking his dog. Where? Right there. On the other side of the street. There he is. And of course, this guy is captive. He's captive to the animal. He thinks it's his pet, but actually, the pet is in control. He is the pet's human. The pet controls him. The pet rules his life. He has to clean up the pet's poop at home. And if he doesn't, the house will have poop all over the floor. I mean, it's not normal. I mean, it's really not a normal life to have a dog. These cats will clean up after themselves. Of course, cats are aloof, and they will turn around. But they want to get love and affection, meow meow, and you hug them and you pet them and you love them, and then all of a sudden they turn on you and they bite the hell out of you. Hi. So okay, there was a lady just walked by with her dog. So we're gonna sneak back up on her. Let's sneak back up on her. What do you think? There she goes. There she goes. Yep, there she goes. So that's a lady with her dog. And you can tell it's a lady. If you look at her, like, the way her, butt kind of twitches back and forth. Look, I'm not being sexist. I'm not. It's just an observation. The way she walks, the shape of her body, and there's that butt twitching going on. And when I walk, there's no butt twitching. I'm sorry. I'm a man. Oh, these days we don't believe in men and women. You're either the birthing parent or whatever, but you're not a man and you're not a woman. And if you're a man, if you have a, well, if you have a penis and you dress like a woman and you're walking around with a purse and you tell everybody you're a woman, according to some dictionary and over in Great Britain there, the Cambridge Dictionary, I think it is. They redefined the definition of a man and a woman. Now, look, now, for instance, what can I say about anything? Anything. Okay, a tree, and let's say an animal, a sheep. If a tree looks like a tree, it's a tree. If an animal looks and behaves like an animal, it's an animal. Now, if you take an animal and you tie a tree branch to its head, as they did in, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, that doesn't make the animal a tree. It makes it an animal with a tree branch tied to its head. So, I really don't care about this, what woke stuff, wokeness. I really don't care. That's a bunch of nonsense, bunch of stupid stuff. If you guys are buying into that stuff, forget it, give it up. It ain't gonna work. It's not real, and it's just. I'm sorry, but man, that ain't reality. I mean, you got to live in the real world, or you can invent your own fantasy world. Where men are women and women are men. And dogs are human, and etc., etc., etc. So, I'm sorry. I know. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but, for instance, if you're part of this whole movement that tells people that things aren't the way they obviously are, and it's a political thing, if you're trying to force your politics down my throat, then you're offending me. Does that matter? It's so, you don't want me to offend you, of course. Why would you want to offend me? And what happened to middle ground? What happened to the middle ground? What happened to the compromise? This country's so messed up. You got Republicans and Democrats out there. It took how many, like a week, to affirm this guy, what's his name, McCarthy or whatever, Kevin McCarthy, to become the Speaker of the House. Now, I'm not into politics. I'm not going to get into politics. Not much. I'm just going to mention this. This tree is beautiful above me, and I love it. And I love every day of life. See, and this is why, I get distracted because politics and stuff is bullshit. This is stuff that divides us. These are things that unite us. Nature is beautiful. If I go to the beach and I walk along the beach and I experienced the beauty of the ocean and the skies above and the sand below, sea turtles washing up, seashells. If I do that, that's nature. And that's something we can all agree is wonderful. Why not focus on that? Why focus on these things that divide us? And why blow little tiny little issues out of proportion? This is what I see happening every single day. And in this country, the United States of America, we're supposed to be a free country. We were founded on certain principles, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that sort of thing, and also on certain freedoms, among which the freedom of religion, the freedom of speech, and these things are essential to the very core of our beings and to the very core of our country, and what it is, what we're all about, and what we believe. And if you deny any of these fundamental rights to anyone, then you might as well go somewhere else, because you're not going to be happy in this country. You're just going to spend your whole time criticizing everything and trying to convince everybody that there's a better way than what we came up with, based on the Constitution and the men who died to make this country a country, to make this the United States of America, and and the men who have fought and died over the centuries to keep us free. Which I'm ashamed to say I'm not one of. My stepfather, Warren, is a great man. He's still with us, thank goodness. He had 4 tours of Vietnam. He fought in a brutal war to keep freedom alive, not just for this country, but also for the South Vietnamese in the war that was ultimately lost. But at least he fought. He gave it his all for freedom. And today, we still have to fight for freedom. We still have to fight, because freedom doesn't come cheap. It doesn't come easy. We always have to fight for it. We have to continue to fight for it. You know what? Even in the worst countries on the planet, God's nature still exists. And while we may never agree on certain things, one thing remains the same. It is still a beautiful world. And we are so blessed, beyond fortunate, beyond blessed, to live in this magnificent, beautiful world that God created. And yes, I do believe in God. You don't believe in God? You think this is all just here, just happened to be here, and we happen to be born into, we happen to be passing by, and that's it. We just kind of landed here, and no, there's a God. He's a wonderful God, and He loves us. God loves us, and God has made great sacrifices, including His Son, Jesus Christ. Now, I'm starting to preach, okay? I'm going to stop preaching, but I do want to say that this is my beliefs. You can believe whatever you want, but to deny the existence of God is to say that we're here for no reason. Nothing matters. I'm telling you, things do matter. It does matter. We're here for a reason. God didn't put us on this beautiful earth just to be partisan politics and hate and despise and be mean and cruel, intolerant towards each other. He put us here because he loved us, he loves us, and because we need to love each other. And that's my video for today, folks. That's my video for today. If you're watching this, you're my friend. You're one of my great friends. Al the Doctor Who, great to see you. All the best to you and Steph. And all my friends out there. Keep being wonderful. Keep making my life a joy. Because your presence, your videos, the things you post, I mean, this is just internet, right? But even this couldn't exist without God. I mean, this is all miraculous. We didn't have this 50 years ago, you know. We didn't have this, 30 or 40 years ago? But God made it possible that we could communicate with each other across great spans, great distances. And God is, well, He's allowing me to say the things I say today. And I hope they're meaningful for someone. I hope someone out there understands. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Because that's what I was created to do. Be a big mouth. And to do the things I do. Create artwork, make music, and just live a happy life. And I am happy. It's because I'm in this beautiful, wonderful world. And that's it. All right, you guys have a great day. God bless all of you. Happy New Year. And I'll talk to you again soon.